What's up YouTube, Capital G here looking at a brand new card from Coda the Duelist that looks like some type of weird twisted cross between the Supreme King Ruler ZARC and Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. It's actually pretty interesting that this is coming out in Coda the Duelist because you would have kind of expected Konami to wrap up everything from Arc V kind of in Maximum Crisis, as that's the last set of the Arc V era, and obviously Coda the Duelist is the launch of the Vrains era. It's weird that some of the Arc V stuff is spilling over into the new set. Like, we already have some DDD support cards for like Reggie, and now we have this. I'm not sure who actually plays this card in the anime, or maybe if it's from like the manga or something like that, but obviously ZARC is played, by Yuya, and then Starving Venom, that's obviously like a Yuri card. So not exactly sure who this card belongs to, but it's definitely not Yosaku. Like, I would not expect this card to pop up on Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains at all. But anyways, let's look at the card. It's called Supreme King Servant Dragon Starving Venom. It's a level 8 Dart Dragon, 2800 attack, 2000 defense. Okay, I like the stat line. It's like a middle ground between Starving Venom Dragon and Greedy Venom. I think Greedy Venom is like 3300 and Starving is 2500, so it's like a decent middle ground. Its fusion materials are 2 Dark Pendulum monsters, and I know that seems very specific. Some people are probably going to be a little turned off by that. They're like, damn, I got to use pendulums and they got to be dark, but you got to think about it. There are a lot of Dark Pendulum cards. Obviously, you have the entire DDD archetype. You have the entire Abyss Actor archetype. You've got a little bit of Draco support with, I believe, Lecter and Vector, and those are obviously, you can bring them out with like Draco Face Off. And then you obviously have like all the new Pendulum Magician cards, including obviously Performa Pow Scroll Combat Joker, which I've never seen anyone play like a Pendulum Magician deck without running Joker. So it's kind of good that you can actually use Joker for something. But I think what makes up for these very specific conditions is how easy this guy is to summon of its own effect. So it says must be fusion summoned, or get this, special summoned by attributing the above monsters you control, in which case you do not use polymerization and cannot be special summoned by other ways. So that means that you can contact fusion this card, which, and obviously a deck like Pendulum Editions is super useful. By the way, you can also you can use any of like the Odd Eye support, like Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon or Odd Eyes Mirage Dragon or something like that. Like, it's really good. The fact that you can just normal summon Scroll Combat Joker, and then maybe you can like find a way to get another Pendulum on the field without using your Pendulum summon, and then just contact fuse those and then Pendulum summon everybody back. Monster effect. Once per turn, you can target one other monster on the field or in either player's graveyard until the end phase of this turn. This card's name becomes that monster's original name. Also replace this effect with that monster's original effect. Also, during this turn, if a monster you control attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. You know what? I think a lot of people are going to focus on the fact that this guy can copy names from either player's side of the field or either player's graveyard, which is actually really good. It's like quite better than the original Starving Venom Dragon, because it can just, like reach into your graveyard and copy a monster that you may have used like turn 1 or something like that. But the fact that it gives every single monster on your side of the field piercing damage, that's pretty damn good, especially if you're playing this in a Pendulum deck where you pretty much have to be. Like, if you're going to Pendulum summon and have like 4 monsters on the field and every single one of them gets piercing damage, like that could be game closing. I think this card is actually really good. I think that it could have been a lot easier to summon if it hadn't been Pendulum monsters. Like, if it just would have been 2 dark monsters, I think it would have been really, really good. Like, it would have been possibly like one of the best fusions in the game. But then I think that maybe they think that allowing you to have just 2 dark monsters plus contact fusion, like, you'd have had every single dark deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Playing this. You'd have had even Exceed decks like Phantom Knights and Burning Abyss would have been playing this shit, just because why not? I mean, I'm actually thinking, is something like this worth running in Lunar Lights? Because you can technically make it. It's just, I'm trying to think of a situation like when I would want to use my Wolf plus my Tiger to summon this, because Lunar Lights do have 2 targets. I just don't think it's worth it, because actually most Lunar Lights do run like 1 copy of Starving Venom Dragon, and it comes up every once in a while. But I still think that the main reason to run this card in any Dark Pendulum based deck is because how easy you can summon it. You don't have to use fusion cards, you can contact fuse, and it can copy anything from your opponent's graveyard, from their field, from your graveyard, from your field. Like, that's really good. This card seems to be a card that can handle a bunch of different situations. And again, I think that piercing for every monster you control, I think that effect is going to go under the radar until it actually comes up and, you know, your opponent has like 4 or 5 monsters on the field that all have piercing damage and you basically can't defend yourself. So you guys let me know what you think. I think this card is actually pretty good. I think the main reason to run it is because it's so easy to summon in the decks that you're going to want to run it in. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know what you guys think. Do you think that there's going to be any more support coming out of Code of the Duelist from the Art V era? Because this is just so strange. I totally thought that you were not going to see any more Art V cards in this set. I thought everything was just going to be like 100% link, and yet they're still giving us support from like the Art V era, which is just, it's kind of weird. It's like, you know, maybe they've got another Clear Wing Synchro Dragon down the road or something like that that might be revealed in this set. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I can't do my outro, and subscribe if you have not already.